First games traditionally go well for the Red Sox in the World Series. Prior to last night they had won the opener in 9 of their previous 12 series appearances, and that tradition continued Tuesday night as the Sox pulled away for an 8-4 victory over the Dodgers. It extended their Game 1 winning streak to 6. They haven't lost one since dropping a 2-1 decision to the Cardinals at Fenway in 1967. Their record in Game 2 isn't quite as good, 7-4-1. They played to a 6-6, 11-inning tie against the New York Giants in 1912. They'll try to buck that trend tonight when they host the Los Angeles Dodgers in Game 2 of the 2018 World Series. First pitch is scheduled for 8:09 p.m. How to watch and listen live stream? Click here for the Fox broadcast of the game live stream. Watch now with Fubao TV. Try free trial on radio. WEEI 93.7 FM, ESPN Radio, WCCM 1490 AM, Spanish, analysis and reaction before the game. At 6:30 p.m., Arbella Early Edition gets ready for Game 2 with reports from Evan Drellick, Trenna Kuznarek, Tom Giles, Lou Merloni and Christopher Gasper at Fenway Park. Watch on NBC Sports Boston or click here for the live stream. After the game, as soon as the game ends, tune to the Baseball Show, World Series Edition presented by Twin River Hotel. Watch on NBC Sports Boston or click here for the live stream. Tonight's pitching matchup: David Price 1-1, 5.11 so far in the postseason, will face Dodger left-hander Hyunjin Ryu 1-1, 4.40. Chris Sale, for 1, can't wait to see Price pitch tonight after his dominating performance against the Astros in the ALCS clincher last week in Houston. Top acts to follow: the Red Sox got record-setting performances in Game 1 from Andrew Benintendi, first Sox player to have 4 or more hits in Game 1 of a World Series, and Rafael Devers, first player in MLB history to have an RBI in each of his first 8 postseason starts. Oh, and Eduardo Nunez did his part, as well. Part of the plan: Nunez's home run was just another example of how the Sox have used the homer as a dagger, rather than a consistent weapon, so far this postseason. Evan Drellick notes they're actually winning in spite of a lack of power, because their hits have been so timely. 5 of their 10 home runs overall, by the way, have come with runners in scoring position. They're surviving, not what the sponsor had in mind. Taco Bell started its World Series Steal A-Base Steal A Taco promotion in 2007, awarding free tacos when the first base is stolen in the World Series. Trivia note: Jacoby Ellsbury, then of the Red Sox, was the first player to deliver free tacos to America with a steal. The promotion ended quickly Tuesday when Mookie Betts stole second in the bottom of the first inning. But not everyone was happy about it. Taco Bell: I'm going to pretty much stay away from Taco Bell, said Brock Holt. I could end up on a toilet all night. Click here to download the new My Teams app by NBC Sports. Receive comprehensive coverage of your teams and stream the Celtics easily on your device. In his last start, David Price got the playoff monkey off his back by getting his first win in 12 playoff starts. For tonight's World Series Game 2, Price may have another monkey on his back. Except this one is wearing gloves and a beanie. Price started 30 games this season when the temperature was 60 degrees or over. His numbers: 175 and 2/3 innings pitched, 151 hits, 69 earned runs, 44 walks, and 175 strikeouts. 3.54 ERA, 5.03 hits, Game 1.5 BB, Game 5.8 K, Game 8. In his 3 starts where the temperature was 55 degrees or under, his numbers were drastically different: 12 and 2/3 innings pitched, 11 hits, 8 earned runs, 8 walks, and 10 strikeouts. 5.68 ERA, 3.7 hits, Game 2.7 BB, Game 3.3 K, Game. The reason the hits, Game are down: he lasted less than 5 innings in 2 of the starts. For what it's worth, the 3 cold weather starts were against the Rays, Yankees, and Astros. Against the Rays, he went 7 scoreless. Is it the cold weather or the good lineups? Either way, Price will face both tonight. According to our friends at NBC Boston, it'll be 46 degrees at first pitch. Price will start Game 2 tonight looking to give the Sox a 2-0 World Series lead. Hyun-Jin Ryu will oppose Price as the Dodgers try to even the series. First pitch is at 8:09 tonight. Click here to download the new My Teams app by NBC Sports. Receive comprehensive coverage of your teams and stream the Celtics easily on your device. One of the biggest criticisms of the Red Sox this season has been their bullpen. The pen finished 9th in Major League Baseball in ERA 3.74, but was 19th after the All-Star break 4.32. It had 12 blown saves in the second half, most in the AL and second to only the Diamondbacks, 16, for most in the majors during that span. President of Baseball Operations Dave Dombrowski was criticized heavily for prioritizing second base, Ian Kinsler, starting pitching, Nathan Eovaldi, and a right-handed power bat, Steve Pearce, at the trade deadline over a bullpen that seemed to be in desperate need of attention. Fans and analysts sympathized with manager Alex Cora as he tried to piece together the late innings like a puzzle with pieces that didn't quite fit, but all the while, as fans and media cried the sky was falling, Dombrowski and Cora remained confident. "We think realistically our bullpen is pretty good," Dombrowski said after the trade deadline. "The improvements can come from within, and Cora did what he's done so well this season, not overreacting and staying grounded in reality. You look around the league in September, there were some great bullpens that became bad. It's the nature of 162 games, Cora said prior to the ALDS against the Yankees. "We're going to the same guys, and it seemed like some of them hit the wall. Hopefully, we've got the lead and we can give the ball to the next guy and the next guy, and then we'll give it to Kimbrel and we go from there." More Red Sox Strelec, Sox. Formula for success is a hit, and that's exactly what they've done, but what exactly allowed Cora and Dombrowski to stay so confident despite the bullpen's monumental struggles? Well, like Dombrowski said, they're pretty good. The World Series roster has 5 true relievers: Matt Barnes, Ryan Brazier, Heath Hembree, Joe Kelly and Craig Kimbrel. Drew Pomeranz and Eduardo Rodriguez are starters-turned-lefty specialists. Each of Boston's relievers had their struggles during the season, but they all have filthy stuff when they're on. Matt Barnes, 6-4, 3.65 ERA, 96 K, 61 2/3 IPTHE bad. Barnes' ERA in August and September was 9.64 and 5.06, the good. In May, his ERA was 2.13 and in July it was 1.46. Barnes was Boston's most reliable reliever this season, and a hip injury contributed to his late struggles. He features a 97+ mph fastball and a mid-80s curve, a devastating velocity differential. Barnes has Cora's absolute trust right now. He's pitched anywhere from the 4th to the 8th innings thus far in the playoffs. He's allowed just 1 run in 7 1/3 playoff innings. Matt Barnes, 3 filthy curveballs to Solarte, nauseated face the kiss. Face with tears of joy. Brazier has been good all year. It just took time for him to gain enough of Cora's trust to be used in high-leverage situations. The good, August. He allowed 1 run in 12 innings. Brazier has been an incredible find for Boston this season. The 31-year-old rookie worked his way into being a key late-inning reliever. He's not afraid to challenge hitters with his high 90s cheese, and hitters haven't had a bit of luck hitting him. He's allowed just 1 run in 7 2/3 postseason innings pitched. Ryan Brazier, boss. He didn't have an ERA under 4.50 in any of the other months. The good, June, July, and his 1 March appearance. He allowed 5 runs in 22 1/3 innings in those games. Hembree was fed for large stretches of time this season, but he was dominant at others. His mid-90s fastball is complemented well by his wipeout slider. The inconsistently is the reason he hasn't pitched in a high-leverage situation, but he's yet to allow a run in 3 2/3 playoff innings. Heath Hembree, striking out the side with filthy sliders. With medical mask picked out. Twitter.com/8209F6DBMB. Rob Friedman, @Pitching Ninja. June 12, 2018. Joe Kelly, 4-2, 4.39 ERA, 68 K, 65 2/3 IPTHE bad. When it's been bad, it's been really bad. His era was over 8 in June, July, and September. The good, when it's been good, it's been really good. Practically unhittable. April, May, August, 38 and a third innings, 4 runs. When Kelly is on, it looks like a video game. He throws a triple-digit fastball and sinker. He toys with hitters using his changeup, slider, and curve, all of which he'll throw in any count. In the playoffs, he surrendered just 1 run in 6 and a third innings pitched. On the pitch below, you can see it take a left turn about halfway to the plate. Joe Kelly, filthy 87 miles per hour changeup release, spin axis. Pic.twitter.com/F3JJVR1WPJ, Rob Friedman, @Pitching Ninja, October 24, 2018. Craig Kimbrell, 5-1, 2.74 ERA, 42 SV, 96 K, 62 and a third IPTHE. Terrible, the playoffs. Still, Kimbrell and his 6.14 ERA somehow found a way not to blow a single lead. Bad, post-All-Star break, his ERA was 4.57, the good, pre-All-Star break, his ERA was 1.77. It's easy to forget that Kimbrell was third in MLB in saves. It's also easy to forget that he is one of the best closers of all time. He was the fastest closer in history to 300 saves. His upper 90s cheese with hair, as Dennis Eckersley would say, and crippling knuckle curve are both strikeout pitches when he's on. And it appears Eric Gagne helped him stop tipping pitches, and he may, fingers crossed, be back. He looked dominant last night in a perfect ninth last night with 2 strikeouts. Craig Kimbrell, absolutely disgusting 3-pitch K, 98 miles per hour fastball. Face vomiting. Pic.twitter.com/BHR31 Scenage, Rob Friedman, @Pitching Ninja, October 24, 2018. The Rover Cora introduced a new wrinkle to his bullpen in the playoffs, something he's calling the Rover. This refers to starting pitchers being brought in late in games to bridge the gap between relievers and Kimbrell. So far, Rick Porcello and Nathan Eovaldi have been used twice, and Chris Sale has been used 1. The Rovers have totaled 5 innings in the playoffs, all scoreless. A major key to Boston's ability to weave through their reliever struggles and keep winning despite them was the fortunate timing of guys hitting their strides. Kimbrell, Kelly, and Barnes dominated early. Embry, Kimbrell, and Barnes shined in the summer. Frazier and Kelly held down the fort late. More Red Sox, 3 strikes, talent and fortune carrying Sox. Cora and Dombrowski's confidence and stick-to-itiveness with this group has paid off as they've all slipped into a zone at the right time. Between Barnes, Frazier, Embry, Kelly, and the Rovers, the bullpen era this postseason has been a sparkling 0.90. Kimbrell's had his struggles but seems to have found his rhythm. Eduardo Rodriguez has been working his way out of the doghouse since not hustling to cover first in Game 2 of the ALDS, but came in to get lefty Cody Bellinger in Game 1. Boston's biggest question mark coming into the playoffs has become one of its greatest strengths. Credit the relievers for putting in the work to overcome their struggles, and credit the Sox for sticking with them. Click here to download the new My Teams app by NBC Sports. Receive comprehensive coverage of your teams and stream the Celtics easily on your device.